Welcome students. This is another video on History Chapter 6 New Questions and Ideas. In this video we will learn about Buddhism. Buddhism began in India over 2500 years ago. The religion is based on the teachings and life experiences of its founder Gautam Buddha, also known as Siddhartha. So, Buddhism is a religion founded by Gautam Buddha, who was also known as Siddhartha, and it is based on his teachings and life experiences. He was born in a royal family of Sakya clan who ruled from Kapilavastu in Lumbini. At the age of 29 years, he left home and rejected his life of richness and embraced a lifestyle of asceticism or extreme self-discipline. So at the age of 29 years, he left his home, his family, and he started leading the life of an ascetic, a life of extreme self-discipline. After several years, he attained enlightenment under a peepal tree at Bodh Gaya in Bihar. So he meditated, he roamed from place to place in search of knowledge, and he meditated, and at last, while meditating under a peepal tree in Bodh Gaya, he got enlightenment or true knowledge. Since then, he came to be known as Buddha or the Enlightened One. Who is Buddha? The person who has attained highest spiritual knowledge. And his followers were called Buddhists. He first taught in Varanasi, Sarnath, and spent the rest of his life going place to place and teaching people. So he taught in Varanasi. He gave his first sermon in Sarnath, at Sarnath in Varanasi, and rest of his life he spent moving from place to place and teaching people. He died at the age of 80 at Kushinagar in Uttar Pradesh. Teachings of Buddha. The real message of Buddha is to be found in his first sermon. It set 4 noble truths. What are those? Life is full of sufferings and unhappiness. That means human life is full of sorrows, sufferings, and this suffering is because of desire. Desire is the cause of all the sufferings in life. And these sufferings can be removed by removing desire. If we give up desire, our sufferings will also end. And one must follow the right path. Buddha preached the importance of good actions. He believed that our karma was based on our actions, good or bad. So he preached the importance of good actions or good deeds or good work. He said he believed that our karma was based on our actions, good or bad. Therefore, Buddha asked his followers to adopt the Eightfold Path. Now, Noble Eightfold Path. What was this Eightfold Path? Right view of faith, which means to see the world through the eyes of Buddha with wisdom and compassion. Right belief, clear and kind thoughts build good and strong character. If our thoughts are clear and kind, then we can become a good charactered person. Right speech, speak kind and helpful words which help in gaining respect and trust. Right action to do good deeds. Right living to adopt right means of livelihood or to earn money through honest ways, not to cheat others. Right endeavor, making right efforts to control evil thoughts and actions. Right recollection, being aware of our thoughts and words and deeds or works. Right meditation, to concentrate and direct the mind on right things. Spread of Buddhism. Buddha taught in the language that could be understood by common people, that is Prakrit. So, Buddha taught in Prakrit language, which was the language of the common people, so that they can easily understand his teachings. Unlike Jainism, Buddhism spread to other countries also because of patronage by kings like Ashoka. See, Ashoka, he became a Buddhist in the later part of his life and he patronized Buddhism. He sent several missionaries to other countries to spread the teachings of Buddha, and as a result, Buddhism spread to several other countries. The Sanghas. The Sangha was mainly a place for the followers of Mahavira and Buddha who left their homes in search of knowledge. The rules of Buddhist Sangha are compiled in a book called Vinaya Pitaka. There is a book named Vinaya Pitaka. It contains all the rules of Sangha, how to live in a Sangha. They have to live a very disciplined life. All the rules are mentioned in the book called Vinaya Pitaka. Initially, only men could join the Sangha. In the beginning, only men were allowed to join Sangha. However, slaves had to take the permission of their owner or master and children of their parents and so on. And if children wanted to join Sangha, they had to take the permission of their parents. Later, women were also allowed to join Sangha and they had separate branches. They were all called bhikkhus and bhikkhunis. Monasteries. Life in a Buddhist Sangha was very hard and puritanical. The bhikkhu was to beg his food from door to door. So they had to beg for food. The members of the Sangha, both the monks and the nuns, were to spend most of the year among the people preaching the teachings of Buddha. It was only during the rainy season that they did not travel. During rainy season, these bhikkhus and the bhikkhunis did not travel. They stayed in their monasteries only or viharas. Slowly, the monks and the nuns realized the need of a permanent shelter or home, which led to the construction of monasteries for them. So, monasteries were constructed. They were known as viharas. They were to live in monasteries or viharas and nunneries. The nuns used to live in nunneries and the monks in the monasteries and not in their family. Earlier, the monasteries were made of wood and later of bricks. Some hills were also dug out to create caves for them, especially in Western India. So, in Western India, you can also see some of the hills that were dug out to make caves for them.